Hey guys, it's Modesty and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a makeup tutorial. It is on this look right here. I did put a look similar to this on my Instagram. The only difference is I used black eyeliner on my Instagram one, but I wanted to mix it up a little bit. I've been really feeling gold eyeliner, so I went in with a gold eyeliner. But if you're not a fan of gold eyeliner, you can go ahead and use a black. But I'm going to show you how to do this look. It is all drugstore except for the glitter liner in the crease in my brows, but I don't want to show you my brows because brows are boring. So yeah, everything else is drugstore, so I really hope you enjoy this drugstore fall makeup look, and if you'd like to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep on watching.
Alright guys, so we're going to be going with some tape so we have a nice sharp line, and it also makes a wing liner in the end be a lot easier, so make sure those lines are nice and straight or as even as you can get them, and we can move on. I am taking this Wet n Wild palette. I'm just taking this base shade. Honestly, any skin tone shade eyeshadow will work. So then we are taking the LA Girl Lux Eye Palette in Neutralize, and I'm taking this warm brown shade and I'm buffing this into my crease with my Sigma E40 brush. Seriously, such a great brush, you guys. I love it so much. It's perfect for my eye shape and size. If you have smaller eyes, you can go one down to the E35, but I like the E40. So I'm just going to be buffing this into my crease back and forth, and I'm going to be dragging it down to my lid and getting the majority of the pigmentation on the outer V as normal. You can go back in as many times as you want until it's as deep as you want and as warm as you want. Just make sure that there's no harsh lines and no gaps in your shadow, and you're good to go. Now we are going to be taking this neutral brown shade in the same quad, and I'm going to be using the exact same brush. Generally for all my crease shades I use the same brush unless I want it to be more of a concentrated area, but it's just a lot easier for me to use the same brush. I just clean it off with my quick switch from BH Cosmetics, that way the shadows are not mixing on my brush so I don't look muddy. But I'm going to be doing the same, I'm going to be applying the shadow in the same manner with this shade, using the E40, buffing into the crease. Now I'm taking this dark, coolish chocolate brown and taking this on the Sigma E45. Like I said, when I want a more concentrated color, I'll use a different brush. And the E45 from Sigma, it's tapered, so it's perfect for really defining your crease and applying the shadow nice and pigmented. I do go back in a couple of times just to really build it up and add that definition into my eye, because we're not going to be doing anything too crazy with the crease. We're really focused on the lid, so I do want my eyeshadow to be super defined. Okay, so now I pick up more pigment and I'm now doing patting and packing motions before I start sweeping in, like I said, to really build up that outer V. Now I'm taking the Color Tattoo Eye Chrome, and this one is in the shade... crap, what shade is this? It doesn't even say. Oh, Khaki Kool. Yeah, so you're going to be putting this on, and by the way, these eye chromes are the bomb. They dry matte, and, well, not matte, but they dry into a powder, and they do not budge. Literally, they don't budge. They will stay there all day. And it's just, I love these eye chromes. I literally want every single color. And you're going to be bringing this all the way up to your crease. And then you're going to be moving on to the face soon, but I do want to moisturize. I use this e.l.f. hydrating serum while the Khaki Kool color dries, and then going in with the Heavy Metal Glitter Liner from Urban Decay. This is in the shade Midnight Cowboy. Now, NYX makes a glitter liner, but it really irritated my eyes. That's the only reason I use the Urban Decay one, just because the NYX ones just really irritated my eyes. But there are cheaper alternatives for a product like this. It's just, for me, it didn't work out. So I'm going to be putting this just in my crease. You can make this glitter line as thick as you want or as thin as you want. And so I go over a couple of times so that it's nice and bright and really sparkles from every direction. Alright, now moving on to eyeliner. The first time I did this look, I used black eyeliner, but I want to be kind of funky. So I'm taking the Jordana Cat Eye liner in the shade of Future. This is a really pretty gold. I've been actually really into this. I've used this on so many looks, actually. I'm just doing a wing, which when you use the tape, this made it so much easier because I removed the tape and I had a nice sharp line as a guideline. So if you struggle with wing eyeliner, use tape. Trust me, it will change your life. I'm now going to apply my everyday lashes, which are the Ardell Glamour Wispies, and then I forgot to apply mascara to that one eye, so I'm applying some mascara. Now I'm just taking that warm brown again, and I'm buffing out that crease, I'm buffing out that crease just a little bit, just add a little bit of warmth up there, because I don't want it to be too dark, or I guess cool toned, if that makes any sense at all. So I'm going to be blending out those creases, and then moving on to the face, I'm taking the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot Instant Power Perfecting Primer. That is a mouthful. And I'm just pressing this into my skin. This is a really good mattifying primer, and it's really good for filling in those pores. I really enjoy this primer. It's like, I think like 12 bucks, 10 bucks, I don't know. And I'm taking the Catrice Prime and Fine Instant Line Smoother. This is my favorite under eye primer, just to really smooth out those lines, and it really hydrates the under eye, which can be very dry because the skin there is very thin, so it needs a lot of hydration. And then I'm just going to be pressing this into my skin with my finger, the most delicate finger, which is the ring finger. You always want to use the most delicate finger under your eyes because it is so sensitive down there and really prone to creasing. Oh, by the way, I want to mention that this primer is great if you end up creasing throughout the day. Alright, now moving on to foundation, I'm taking the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I am obsessed with this, you guys. I can't put it down. I can't. I'm literally using it every single day, and I really like this foundation with a sponge. You know, I like some foundations with a brush, some with a sponge. This one particularly I like with a sponge, and I've tried every brush I have, and just my favorite way for this one is a sponge. It's just the coverage is really good. It's so lightweight. It hardly ever, like, the creasing is minimal. The only downfall with this foundation is the lack in shades. Like, this foundation is so good. They really need to make more shades because I would highly recommend it to so many people, but I can't because they really only have 4 shades. Like, I was lucky to find my shade. So, and I have to use the third to darkest shade, and I'm not even a very, you know, tan person. So it just says, you know, how fair the shades are. Alright, I'm also going in with a little bit more on my nose and right in my pores area because whenever I wear sunglasses, the foundation just like disappears, like no matter what I do. Like I've said it, and it doesn't matter what foundation it is. Do you guys have that issue? If you do, what did you do to help it? I always apply extra there and set it really well just so that I don't have that issue as much, because if I do one layer, it is gone. For concealer, I'm also using the Catrice concealer. This is the Liquid HD Concealer. I think that's what it's called. But it is waterproof, and I really like it. It has really high coverage, and it blends out nicely, and it doesn't crease on me. Now, for cream contour, I'm using the Wet n Wild contour stick. I love this, you guys. I'm so obsessed with it. Like, it looks so pretty. Like, it looks super orange in the stick, but when you blend it out, it is perfect. So I'm just going to be doing my regular contouring routine and then blending this in with a sponge. Alright, and then I also go ahead and set my face and then do a powder contour on top of that. Just because, you know, when I want a softer look, what I'll do is I will just use the cream, but when I want a nice, you know, full coverage look, I'll also do the powder contour on top of that. And I also add a little bit of subtle highlight using the Profusion highlighting palette. I'm sorry if I seem like I'm all over the place. I have issues with these clips where they're like skipping. I don't know what it is. So I'm doing my best to like keep up with like what's going on here. But yeah, I've had to redo this like 3 times because of it. But anyways, I also go ahead and I contour my nose because I've just been really into that lately. I don't know. You know, I go through phases where I contour my nose every day, and then when I don't, and yeah. Now I'm going to be moving on the highlight shade in the contour palette, just to add a little bit of shine. This isn't my main highlight I'm doing, but I like to add a base shine or shimmer underneath my blush. So I do apply it with a nice highlighting brush. This one's from Luxie. And for blush, I'm going in with these shades right here, mixing them together, and I'm going to be applying them to my cheeks. I start out with a Real Techniques brush, but I didn't want my color to be that concentrated, so I do switch to my E4 from Morphe in a second here. After my blush, I take my magic brush. I call it my magic brush, but this is the all over face powder brush from Real Techniques. It's brand new. It releases on the 28th, and I just go over everything because it just makes it look nice and perfect. Now I am taking Blissful from Ofra. I can't put this down, you guys. I know this is supposed to be Drugstore, but I can't put it down. And with this Delium Tools highlighting brush, oh my goodness, it is like glowing to the gods. It is ridiculous, you guys. This Blissful highlighter is probably my favorite highlighter ever. Now moving on to the under eye, I'm just taking the browns that I used. I'm gonna be putting them on my under eye and then smoking it out. I'm not doing anything too special with the under eye. I'm just taking those browns and bringing them down. I am then taking this Color Tattoo Concentrated Crayon in Golden Rush or Gold Rush, and I'm going to be putting this on my waterline to add in a little bit of gold, but I do just cover it up with black later because I changed my mind. But if you want to go super gold, then you can go ahead and use this on your lower lash line. Now I'm applying a little bit of mascara again just to combine my falsies with my real lashes. Now moving on to the lips, I'm taking this ColourPop lip liner. Can't remember the name of it. I'll have it down below. And I'm taking Real Her Cosmetics the liquid lipstick in the shade I Will Succeed. This is the wonderful brand that donates 20% of their proceeds to a charity that helps benefit women. I love this brand, you guys. Like, their eyeshadows are good, their liquid lipsticks are good, and they're pretty affordable compared to like the average $20 price. So I will have a link to them down below, as well as a coupon code, which is a Modesty 10. Now I'm topping it off with the Real Her Stick lipstick. And I love myself. This is our moisturizing lipsticks, and this is the perfect nude. Like, literally the perfect nude. And then I just top it off with a gloss. Any nude gloss will do. I really can't remember which one I used. I just grabbed whatever's near me, and it worked out great. I just couldn't decide if I wanted matte, creamy, or glossy, so I just did all three. And here I am doing the eyeliner as mentioned. And then I'm going to be setting my skin to make it last all day. And that completes this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it and that you want to stick around for more. You can go ahead and check out another video or subscribe to my channel. I will have a link next to my face. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah! Goodbye.